Hi everyone, it's Joanna, and today's video is going to be a very interesting one as I will be talking about, as you've seen in the title, underrated gems from popular niche brands. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Joanna and I do reviews and recommendations of niche, designer, indie, and Middle Eastern fragrances. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please keep on watching and maybe consider subscribing. Alright, so as mentioned, I will be talking about hidden gems in today's video. Okay, the brands that I'm gonna mention today, they are basically quite known for some bestsellers. I think the perfumes that I'm gonna mention today are so underrated, equally or even better than their bestsellers. You know, since I started my YouTube channel, I've been non-stop sampling to give you guys good and amazing content, and I am very confident about my lineup for today because most of them were love at first sniff, the perfumes that made me felt like, whoa, that's good. And they are not talked about. So yeah, I think that this video is going to be an amazing one. And without further ado, let's just jump into it. First up is from BDK. And every time we hear the brand BDK, the perfumes that come to mind are Gris Chanel, Pas Ce Soir, Velvet Tonka, Rouge Smoking, and what about Creme de Cuir? I hope that I pronounced that right. Guys, if you love sandalwood, you have to check Creme de Cuir. This fragrance, oh my god, is so good. You know, I'm a lover of sandalwood, so every time I discover a good sandalwood, it makes me really happy. This fragrance is very soft and creamy. In the notes listed, actually, it says that it has pineapple, grapefruit, and mandarin on top. However, I don't find this fruity at all. Yes, I get like just a small blast of citruses because of the mandarin orange and grapefruit. However, I'm not getting any pineapple here. To me, this is just so creamy, soft, and velvety. The most prominent to my nose, of course, is sandalwood. It can be peppery as well because it has some pink pepper. However, it is just creamy and soft. This, in my opinion, is very refined and unique. Something like quiet luxury as well. And if you're the type who loves clean girl aesthetic vibe, you gonna love this. The dry down of this is somehow powdery too. So just to do a recap, the opening is a bit citrusy. You're gonna get the mandarin orange and grapefruit for like 5-10 minutes, and then in the dry down you will get the most gorgeous sandalwood, cashmeran, and vanilla that is to die for. This is soft, powdery, and silky. Those are the adjectives that I'm gonna use to describe this fragrance, and very unisex as well. I highly recommend this if you love sandalwood and you are into quiet luxury slash clean girl aesthetic kind of perfumes. I actually discovered this by chance. You know, I placed an order at Sommelier du Parfum, which, if you haven't heard yet, is a website where I shop most of my samples of. I basically was just filling up my discovery kit they have an amazing deal for discovery kit. You basically get like 6 2 ml samples and pay like 20 euros with free worldwide delivery. You have to check the website, guys. So I was just like adding up to fill up my discovery kit, and this was just like, oh, okay, it has sandalwood, so I might like it. And it ended up that I really love it. Highly recommend Creme de Cuir by BDK. Okay, next fragrance is another sandalwood gem, in my opinion, and it's from the brand Room1015. When we hear Room1015, the first perfume that comes to mind is definitely Cherry Punk. If you watch my channel, you know that I love this perfume. This is called Tenfifteen. Okay, so with the name of the fragrance, it is basically same name as the brand for a reason. This is the brand's signature scent, and oh my god, I really love it. I'm telling you, if you love sandalwood and violet in fragrances, you have to check this out. Oh my god, this is such a creamy yet dry sandalwood. The base of this is very woody. It has guaiac wood in the base and papyrus. I think that's why the woodiness is really prominent in this fragrance. However, in the opening, you're gonna get a blast of violet and saffron, okay? And it is just beautiful. I think it's the saffron that contributed to the dryness of this fragrance. So even though it has a creamy sandalwood, there is some dryness that is addictive coming from the saffron. This for me is so much underrated from the brand. You have to check this one out. This is signature scent worthy. So that is Tenfifteen by Room1015. Next fragrance is by Carner Barcelona. When we hear the brand Carner, the fragrances that come to mind are Tardis, Elborn, Marbella. But guys, this is kind of like a recent discovery of mine. Well, maybe like last month, I think. When I smelled this particular scent, I was like wowed, okay? Really wowed. If you love incense, you have to check Botafumeiro by Carner. Oh my gosh. This to me is the sexiest incense fragrance that I've ever tried. It is spicy. In the beginning, it has nutmeg and pink pepper. The incense is paired with labdanum, so it's a bit resinous. So it's just like perfect, guys. I find this a little bit masculine leaning. In fact, I actually mentioned this as one of the best fall perfumes for men, but I realized that I actually can pull this off, and even on me, this smells amazing. Amazing, guys. Sexiest incense ever. It somehow becomes like part of the skin, so it's kind of like your own aroma. This is resinous yet dry as well. Very sexy. It has some floral notes in it like freesia and lily of the valley. I think is an amazing idea because normally this kind of resinous fragrances just tend to smell extremely flat and dry and just like very masculine. But since the lily of the valley and freesia are present, it somehow gave it like that feminine twist. I am loving this fragrance lately actually, and I will highly recommend. For example, you haven't tried any incense fragrance in your life, I know that you're gonna love this one, okay? Yeah, so that is Botafumeiro, your resinous, dry, and sexy incense fragrance. By the way, I actually have discount codes for Room1015 and Carner Barcelona. I'm gonna link everything down below just in case you're interested. Next fragrance is from the brand Diptyque. And when people hear the brand Diptyque, of course, the first fragrance that comes to mind is Eau Duel or Tamdao, Fleur de Peau. And what about Orpheon? Guys, have you tried Orpheon? If you love juniper berry notes in your fragrances, like Eau Duel has juniper berries as well, you have to check this one out. This to me smells very fresh in the beginning, and then as it dries down, it just becomes soft and powdery. My God. The notes of this fragrance is very simple. It's only juniper berries, jasmine, tonka bean, cedar, and powdery notes. And I get all of those. I'm gonna describe it as like very powdery, soft, and refreshing scent. To me, this is signature scent worthy, guys. You have to check this one out. I don't hear people talking about this fragrance, and this is so good. It's very unique as well. To be honest, I haven't smelled anything like this. If you decide to make this as your signature scent, nobody will guess what is it. This is such an underrated gem from the brand. And also, I need to mention the longevity and projection of this fragrance is very good, guys. This lasts around 6 to 8 hours on the skin, and if you overspray, it can even last longer. I know, not typical for a diptyque, but I must say that this one has a very good longevity. The projection might be moderate, but you will know that it's there the whole time you're wearing it. I find this fragrance unisex. However, because it is very powdery and a little bit sparkling, maybe leaning more feminine. You have to check this one out, guys. Orpheon by Diptyque. Next fragrance is from Teo Cabanel. And when we hear the brand Teo Cabanel, first fragrance that we think of is Cafe Cabanel, right? I love that fragrance as well, but I'm telling you, when I tried the discovery kit of Teo Cabanel, the fragrance that I'm gonna mention is the one that stood out the most. And this is called Barkhane. If you love ambery, resinous, strong, potent fragrances, you have to check this one out. I think this one stuck to me the most because it was so strong, guys. And you know what's funny is that when I was preparing for this content, I was checking out the notes of this fragrance, and listen to this. It has a cumin note, which is my most hated note. When I bought this, I didn't know yet, I think, how much I hate cumin. And I just realized that even if this fragrance has cumin, it actually smells so good. Because cumin to me tend to smell like BO. The subscriber asked me, what is BO? It's like body odor. When you sweat and you start smelling a little bit soury in your pits, yes, that's the body odor kind of smell that cumin is giving me. However, I didn't get it from this fragrance. And oh my God, this is just my kind of spice. I'm not a big fan of spicy fragrances as well, but this one is so, so good. It has powerful myrrh and labdanum, and I think those are the notes that are very dominant in this fragrance. With the resinous notes plus the vanilla, guys. If you love scents like amouage material and FK's Grand Soir, you have to check this one out. This to me smells like the hybrid of both. Your ambery musk vanilla that is just so perfect in the fall and winter time. I must say that Barkhane is a gem from their brand, and I really think that this particular scent deserves more hype. So that's Barkhane by Teo Cabanel. So the next brand is quite known for freshies, but like freshies that don't last. The brand that I'm talking about is Jo Malone. When I started my perfume collection, I was still living in Dubai, and when I was living there, I actually prefer Jo Malone fragrances because they smell good under the heat. And I know a lot of you complained about its longevity, but I never had an issue. And I know I have a lot of subscribers watching from tropical, humid countries, and I know that Jo Malone is a preferred brand just because it's easy to wear and fresh. Having said that, Jo Malone is famous for nectarine and orange blossom, and of course wood sage and sea salt. The fragrance that I'm gonna mention today is freshy as well, but a freshy that is a bit spicy, and this is Mimosa and Cardamom. As you can see, I've used this quite a lot, and you guys, if you love cardamom, you think cardamom dominant scent is only good to wear when it's chilly or a little bit cold outside, you have to check this one out. This is the kind of cardamom that is perfect under the heat, okay? Oh my, this is so beautiful, and this one lasts as well for a long time on me. The notes of this are very easy. Of course, it has mimosa, cardamom, and tonka bean. And that tonka bean actually is very good, as it seems like it just grounded the cardamom and mimosa and made it so fluffy and soft and a little bit powdery as well. Oh my. In my opinion, this is one of Jo Malone's top fragrances. I can even imagine myself using this now in the fall season. This to me smells very sparkling, of course, because of the mimosa, and the cardamom to my nose is not very prominent. However, it is giving that creamy kind of spice. You know, that just smells so good and perfect. This to me smells very like quiet luxury. You have to check this one out. I highly, highly recommend this fragrance because this is tried and tested, guys. I think if you live in a humid tropical country, you're gonna love this one. And also, I find this fragrance quite unique, like a sparkling cardamom that is soft and powdery as well. Yeah, that is mimosa and cardamom. And by the way, to me, this is unisex, leaning more feminine. So the next brand is quite known for their bougie looking snake bottles, and I'm talking about Stephane Humbert Lucas. I've tested a lot from their collection, and if you watch my channel, you know the fragrance that I'm gonna talk about. This is Lady White Snake. I don't have a full bottle yet, and I ordered already and it's on the way. And you guys, this fragrance, I don't know why nobody's talking about it. If you love floral perfumes, but you want a floral perfume that is sexy, yet not smelling indolic and tropical, then this is it. This is it, guys. This is very heavy in orange blossom, tuberose, magnolia, and jasmine, yet it smells incredibly, incredibly sexy because in the base, this has white leather, amber, and musk. That just grounded everything all together, controlled the indolicness that you might get from the white florals present in here. And also it has a honeysuckle note in the top that kind of give it like a little bit of zestiness. And to me, this just smells perfect, guys. I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. This is my perfect floral scent. Yeah, period. I'm not into floral scent. However, this is the floral perfume that I've been looking for all my life. It's creamy because of the white florals and the touch of that honeysuckle and the white leather in the base, just giving it like, you know, a suede feel is perfection to me. Okay, you have to check this one out. I know a lot of you are big fans of God of Fire, Mango Kiss, and now I saw as well that Venom Incarnate is getting a lot of hype, and I actually love that one as well. Venom Incarnate is my second favorite from the brand. However, Lady White Snake is my number one from Stephane Humbert Lucas. Now we're reaching the last fragrance, and I saved this for last because to me, this is a wow perfume. And it's from the brand that everybody knows when they hear the word niche. It's Xerjoff. And for me, Xerjoff carries a lot of amazing scents, you know, like extremely niche, opulent smelling. However, this fragrance is not really talked about, and this is called Golden Dallah. Guys, if you are into coffee, you have to check this one out. For me, this is the sexiest, longest lasting, and best coffee scent that I've ever tried. Yeah, this fragrance is just done to perfection, in my opinion. It has incense, coffee, oud, amber, hazelnut, cacao, and tonka bean, guys. This fragrance is blended into perfection. Yes, I do get that incense in the beginning, and yes, I do get some spices that are not too much. However, the backbone of this fragrance is coffee, okay? I think that is the difference because I've tried a lot of coffee dominant fragrance that are leaning more gourmand or coffee dominant fragrance. However, they are like creamy kind of coffee, you know, like cappuccino or like coffee with loads of sugar. This one is a dry, incensey, coffee-based fragrance that will definitely turn heads. The first time I actually tried it, I was reminded of Fragrance de Bois Minuit Demi. However, this one is less creamy and more ambery version of Minuit Demi. And forgot to mention that this is Beast Mode Performer. This has been on my wish list for quite some time, and I'm crossing my fingers that hopefully at the end of the year I'll be able to purchase this fragrance because, yeah, this is just the perfect coffee fragrance ever. If you are a hardcore fan of coffee and you're looking for a fragrance that has a base of dry, a little bit bitter coffee, I highly recommend you trying this one out. As it dries down, it becomes sexier and sexier because the cacao and incense are slowly developing in the background. This is just so good. And mind you, this one has oud as well, and it is the most luxurious oud. No skankiness, no barnyard smelling here. Just like oud blended into perfection with coffee, cacao, and hazelnut. I highly recommend you checking this one out if you haven't already. Golden Dallah by Xerjoff. So that is the video for today, guys. I was so excited in filming this video because I have a lot of perfumes to talk about, and I want to know, how did you find it? Do you agree with me? What are the underrated perfumes that you think could have been included in today's video? Please write me in the comments down below. You know that I discover a lot of amazing fragrances from you guys. As usual, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. My channel is really growing, guys, and I can't thank you enough for your love and support. Yeah, that's all for today. Keep safe, have a lovely weekend, and see you on my next one. Bye, guys.